Do you think that was Jon Gruden on the hot seat going into this year, and B, will he save his job with a winning season?
Here's the issue. I don't think he was on the hot seat just because of the situation. If he was in any other situation, if his contract was any other ordeal, he's not on the hot, or he is on the hot seat. He is. Right. He might even be gone, because this is a team that started 6-3 last year. Everyone, just pause. Everyone seems to forget that both Arizona and Vegas started 6-3 and fell off cliffs. Literally a cliff if you're Arizona. Do you get the?
Wait.
Arizona fell off a cliff.
Oh.
That was super meta. Anyways, but you know who else started 6-3? But people care a lot about this. People, oh my god, you go on U Stadium, download the app, make sure you follow the stream, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You go on U Stadium, and everyone and their brother is saying, well, Seattle always starts out hot. They always fade away at the end of the season. Okay, good to know that going 6-1 is fading, but you're confident in a team that went 2-5, Vegas. You're confident in a team that went 2-5, Arizona. What? You people realize that Seattle is the last team to start 0-2 and make the playoffs. 2018, also the Texans. Last year they started 6-3. I know the offense went quote unquote ice cold, but that version of ice cold in that 7-game sample size, Russell Wilson had a pass rating of 97. Like
that's absurd.
There is nothing wrong with a pass rating of 97.
Not at all.
Okay, yeah, it's not Mahomes, but Mahomes isn't always Mahomes, or it's not Rodgers. Rodgers had a ridiculous season last year. It's like right in line with Brady and like a point under where Lamar was last year. Are you kidding me? Russell Wilson was a really good quarterback for half the season, but no, they regressed. They lost to the Giants. Oh my goodness!
God forbid.
The Colt McCoy. They still went bloody 12-4. They had a better record in the second half than they had in the first half. But no, this is a team that always starts out hot. And if you have they always start out hot, great. Well, then the people are quick to point out, well, the offense started out hot and then cooled off. Okay, well, what about the defense? The defense played really well at the end of the season when Jamal Adams figured out his role. Bobby Wagner is still Bobby Wagner. And they were actually getting pressure with Carlos Dunlap and co. So I don't know how we got to Seattle, but I guess it was through Vegas. But okay. Circle back, Jon Gruden, hot seat. Is he on the hot seat? Well, not anymore. I didn't think he was on the hot seat to begin with. I didn't buy it. I thought he was I think he's a good offensive mind. It's just GM. Okay, he's obviously not the GM because Mayock is, but front office mind Gruden has so much say in personnel that he screws himself over.
Right.
To a certain degree. It's like it's like a student that if he procrastinates, it just doesn't work.
Right.
But if you set out goals and if the test is in 3 weeks and you can study for it over 3 weeks, he's going to do really well. And I think that's Gruden. But if you spring a test on him, he's going to have a 2 on the pop quiz. He's going to make a 92 on the actual test in 3 weeks. But what Gruden does is he goes to the grocery store and buys all the wrong ingredients and comes back home and thinks, okay, well, let's try to make this work. If you try to cook with bad ingredients in a 30-minute meal, it's not going to work. But if you let it sit and you think about it and you think about it and you think about it, then it works. So even like Alex Leatherwood, who I didn't think was a first-round prospect, he will be a good player. I promise you he will be a good player. But he's not going to be really good right now, and he wasn't a first-round value right now. There are other guys that are going to be much better right now. 100%. But he has a knack for developing talent, and Colton Miller went from being a bum to being a borderline all-pro last year, and he's been really rock solid this year.
Right.
And you look at even like Farrell, it was a terrible pick at 4, but he's a well, I think he had a healthy scratch, but he was a fine player. It's just goofy. I don't know. It's kind of like how Seattle would like pick Rashad Penny in the first round, and then like 3 rounds later, draft an all-pro punter. It's like, what are you doing? Or my favorite, Malik McDowell, who is back at the NFL and doing things with the Browns. They pick him like 34th overall. He's as far as I can remember, he's the highest pick that didn't play for his team for a long time. Like, what are you doing? But then this is also a team that drafted Bobby Wagner and drafted Russell Wilson, drafted Richard Sherman, drafted Cam Chancellor, and drafted Earl Thomas, and they hit on a ton of things where they missed the layup. They hit on the Lance Stevenson falling out of bounds fadeaway 3, but they missed the layup.
Right.
So, do I think Gruden is on the hot seat now? No. If they make the playoffs, did he save his job? I don't think so. I think to get him fired, they would have had to have a catastrophic season.
Right.
They would have had to, honestly, at this point, it would have been hard to have a catastrophic season because Baltimore is a good team, Pittsburgh is a good team. But let's say if they go like 4-13, or actually at this point, if they go on a big slide, like if they lose to Miami and then start losing, then maybe you have the conversation. But I don't think that's going to happen. So I think he's, in a way, saved his job, but I didn't think it was that at much risk to begin with.
All right.